I'll speak about some of the formulas which I wanted to discuss to write it neatly. Let me speak about this, which you already studied. See, if you want to find a mean from a discrete data, what do you mean by discrete data? One by one the numbers are written like 25, 35, 16, 19, 23. If you have those numbers, you just add them. Sigma xi means add all the observation. Xi means x1, x2, etc. up to xn. All the numbers you add and divide by n. Sometimes they will give these individual numbers with the frequency. What do you mean by frequency? The number of times a particular observation is repeated. For example, if I write 10, then frequency is 5 means 5 times 10 came. So you need to add 10 5 times. Instead you can multiply by 5 also. Okay. So that is what is sigma fi xi. You need to multiply each of the observation with the frequency of it and divided by n. N is here the total frequency. Another word for n is sigma fi. Whenever you have a frequency table in the question, then your n and sigma fi are same. N means the capital N. Here we don't have frequency. Every number is repeated, came only once, but here it came many times. So that is when you can even write sigma fi also. Now there is a third type of this continuous classes will come. 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. Like this continuous class. That means any value from 0 to 10 is, it's not a discrete data. Any value. 0 to 10 means it can come 0.5 or 3.5, 3.67, something like that. It's a continuous table. At that time also frequency will be given. In those cases, 0 to 10, what number should I take as xi? 10 to 20, what number should I take as xi? So, statistics allows you to do an approximation. What you do is, you take the middle value of it. 0 plus 10 divided by 2, 5. So, 10 to 20, you will take 15. 20 to 30, 25. You know, 10th standard also you would have done that. In that way, you will get the xi values and you do the same method. This is actually when your xi's are little bigger, you cannot calculate it easily. That time we will remove a common number from all the xi's. You will choose one of the middle number and you subtract from the beginning. You may remember that, and you will get something called di. So that time what you remove, that is your a. If you are removing 25 from each of the number, that removed number you need to add it back because we lost it. Then sigma fi di. Di is now the reduced number that you multiply with frequency divided by total frequency. Now we have a little more advanced form. Still the number is bigger. You can divide by the class width provided you have a uniform class width. If your class width 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, your class width is 10. That time you will divide this di, that reduced value, you further divide by the class width, which we call as h. So you divide by that, you will get ui. So you will multiply then fi with the ui only, and then sigma fi ui divided by sigma fi will become the average of it. But you lost a, so here also you will add a, what you lost, and you lost a class width, something like a 10, that you lost by division, so you multiply that h. That's how this mean formula in different forms. This is very important. In variance also we adopt this kind of a method. Okay, we will see that, but there it's slightly different. I will explain that. Now coming to the next one, median. You know, if the number of observations are odd, it is n plus 1 by 2 is the middle number. If there are even numbers, you will get 2 middle numbers. Even number of observations are there, 2 middle numbers, then you will take n by 2 the number and n by 2 plus 1 the next number, and you take their average, that will be median for discrete data. If it is a continuous data with the classes and all comes, you will have to write the cumulative frequency. In the cumulative frequency, the last number will be, cumulative means you will add the frequencies. First number with the second, that will go to second, first as it is, and second sum will be with the third number, and so on. You know that frequency. In that, the total number divided by 2 will give you which class should be taken as median class. After you select median class, the formula is L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by F into H, where n is the total number of frequency, the cumulative frequency is last number divided by 2. L is the lower limit of that median class which you choose, and CF is the cumulative frequency which is lying just before that median class, okay, above the median class, the predecessor, and F is the frequency of the median class, H is the class width. Okay, that's about median. Mode is if it is a discrete data, which number appears more times, that will be mode. If it is a class wise data, means you will again look at the frequency and find if the which frequency is bigger, that you will take as the mode class. In that, the lower limit is L, the frequency of that class will be F1, the frequency of the previous class will be F0, the frequency of the next class of the mode class will be F2. So then you will write F1 minus F2, sorry, F1 minus F0 divided by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. H is the class width. This we have already studied, so you are familiar, just I reminded you this one. Now coming to mean deviation. Mean deviation means, as I said, how far our mean, arithmetic mean which you found, or how far our median which you found is away from each of the observation. Its average is taken. That average we would like to get smaller, then we will say the data is good. But we cannot promise anything like that. So we will only depend on the method. We are not worried about making the data good, but instead we calculate xi minus x bar. We subtract. Like that, how many xi's are there? Many xi's. Each one you subtract and add all of them. That is what sigma means. So x1 minus x bar plus x2 minus x bar plus x3 minus x bar plus xn minus etc. xn minus x bar, and divide by the total number. This x bar is mean, arithmetic mean. If the question they say it is about median, means in the place of x bar you should write median. Median. You don't write this. And now the data can be given with the frequency. That time, if data 25 is coming 3 times, you have to multiply also with that. Xi minus x bar sigma into Fi, that you have to multiply and then add. Okay, so x1 minus x bar into F1, like plus x2 minus x bar into F2. Here also it can be replaced by median depending upon the question. Divide by total frequency n or sigma Fi. If there is classes are given, then your work will be little bigger. You need to first find from each of the middle value, the class mark, the middle values you need to find. Then only you will get xi. Once you get xi, you can proceed like this. So you have to make xi first, then only you will use this formula. Okay. Now coming to variance. Variance, if you look at the mean deviation and variance, you will see a small difference only in the formula or in the work. Instead, here modulus will make it positive. So instead here you have to square it and make it positive, or that squared value divided by n. The same thing you square it. But sometimes this work may be little lengthy. This work may be difficult to, or so much of calculation may be involved. Then you may go for a shortcut method like this. We can prove that this is equal to this. What is that? Sigma xi square by n. That means each of the observation you need to square and divide by n minus x bar. X bar is mean square. This is in the direct method only this formula works. There is shortcut method. Shortcut method don't write here mean square. That you may go wrong. So in direct method, if you are using the data as it is, then you can write here mean square x bar square. In the next video, I will explain if it is reduced data, then how to go about. Reduced means shortcut method, like you said now here di, ui, like that you reduce the data with the help of an a and all. Then how to change, I will tell you. And here, if there is frequency, in addition to that, you have to multiply by Fi. That's what I meant. Fi into xi minus x bar the whole square by sigma Fi. Or in shortcut method, you can do sigma Fi into this column and all you have to make xi column, xi square column, then xi square into Fi column. That you have to add. at the bottom. That answer divided by total frequency minus here also mean square only, because it is a direct method. I didn't reduce it. If you reduce it, you have to go for another formula. I wanted to write it neatly. That's why I am doing it on another video. So please remember at least direct method for variance. We will tell, next video will tell about some more formulas. This you are familiar with this. Study the difference between. If you understand the difference, then the work will be easy. You have to look at some examples also. To write it, it will be so lengthy, the example will be. But I just want to introduce this. Okay, see. Thank you.